folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Kansas City Chiefs. Bitter rivals going back to their AFL days in the 1960s. The Chiefs and Raiders are underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Throwing on first down is Carr. Flush to his right. It's a screen to Richard. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He'll look downfield for Waller. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Toward the sideline, it's complete, an athletic grab, but still well short of the first. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Chiefs.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Touchdown! Mahomes finding Tyreek Hill. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in Vegas. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Carr now on first down. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now a play fake. Carr. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 on the last play, 19 more here, and another first down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big play there for the Raiders. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that it lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be in the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now here's Mahomes. A quick slant to Hill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Mahomes now on first down. Rolling to his right. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete. Nearly intercepted. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Edwards-Helaire. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Mahomes now on first down. Being chased out left. 20! And his throw here's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. One more time with Edwards-Helaire. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Second and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Out to the left. That's where the tight end Moreau is. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Carr. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grabbed the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. But I know the coach is going to be talking to about calming down, taking it easy. We've got a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
They'll try to run it with Jacobs, and he will get into the end zone. So a perfect finish to the half. They get the touchdown on the final play, and 2 more for good measure. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From the 39, Mahomes flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, 45 yards. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
And all the way down to the 42. It's a big play there for Vegas. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game. And we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
A third quarter now and a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Carr. That's into the hands of Edwards. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Carr completes it, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. And he will find the end zone here. And the lead moves up to 7. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is. And I don't know how much that particular play factored in. But with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 5 now. Mahomes. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 61 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2. Mahomes will throw. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On 2nd down, Richard. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On the ground, Richard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Carr to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 1st down, they go with Barber again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 2nd down, Barber. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Carr. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
How many people watching this one right here gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And the Raiders have just about
Had to improvise on that last one. Starting to see some things as far as alignments go. You have to be mindful of, because it's really definitive of 2 receivers flexed on both sides with 1 running back in there, so in the backfield. Bunch sets kind of stress it a little bit because of the quick crosses. So they kind of freeze up a little bit. So I was getting beat when I was trying to use it there. So I was trying to confuse them a little bit. Throw in, because Palms does have a cover 3 look sometimes, because both outside corners and Meg will bail and play thirds. And the safeties will linger in the middle of the field. Just basically looking to see what the number 3 does, or if anything else goes vertical, which is fine as long as they're not throwing like deep crossers just coming across the middle of the field, which can kind of stress you a little bit. Like if they're going high-low crossers on one side of the field and then crossing one route across the other side of the field while sending both routes on the outside deep, that can kind of stress you a little bit. So, you want to kind of mix that robber in there. So, basically, I'm just trying to get comfortable, adding more to what I'm doing. As far as playing the sets, I was using wide 9 and nickel normal in there. And your wheel linebacker or your quarter flat, if you're playing the 2 receiver side with the ISO receiver and the running back, then that quarter flat also has to play that B-gap run fit. So it's just be mindful of who's responsible for what and then which formation you want to play it out of.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The 2 teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
I know there's like 4 formations. Kind of play with
it. Now Jackson on first down. They set up the screen for Dobbins. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right.
we were...
Ball caught. It's Mark Andrews.
Fucking hit, Barry.
And Andrews lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there for the Raiders.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off, didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw his car. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Carr again. Touchdown Raiders. Darren Waller from 19 yards away. And the Raiders are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. Now a hit and a loose football.
Keep running into Merritt, bro.
Pick it up. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. gets through the tackle. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. On 4th down, they're going to try the jet sweep. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Bryan Edwards, 26 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Dobbins, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Check 50, check 50. Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot.
On third down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Now it's Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Jackson here is going to look to throw. Flushed out right. And he will get into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Smith to return it. And able to get this out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Switch. Kill. Express. Go get him. Tight go.
They'll run on first down. Richard. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
On second down now. Richard, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now Carr. This complete to Jones. Jones hit and the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson escaping the pressure right.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Jackson will throw again. Steps away to his left. This will be caught by Brown. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 27 yards. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll start with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Shotgun now for Carr.
And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. He gets it complete to Jackson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. And this will be caught by Edwards. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
On play action, it's Carr. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Bryan Edwards.
As the first half is winding down. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Up to the line, Mariota. His guys will go for 2 here. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go. And the try for 2 is denied.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy. because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked by Trayvon Mullen.
Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Mike 3. Mike. Check.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. Caught by Jones. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Carr to throw again. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this is caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play there for the Raiders.
Oh, that shit. You ain't even got a defense.
What now? Ready? 3 bucks. Switch.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
I'm scared. Check 26.
Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr, and the Raiders add on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
And they'll try a little razzle-dazzle. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
I don't think he knows what he's playing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
We're in Baltimore. 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. Jackson quickly out to Watkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. Finding room to the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
You're ready to tap out.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Chasing ducks.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he'll look downfield for Waller. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Dancing to his left. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. There he goes right side. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers.
Yep, I'll holler at you, bro. GG's. Had the Ravens and rage quit. I'm about to put 50 on you. Got on the mic on the wrong one. Gotta watch how you talk to people. Had to mute your ass, man. You don't wanna. You ain't got no respect for your elders. Oh man, so far it works pretty good, man. Sometimes you have to get out of it, like even if you're scheming, you know, you might play people, like I said, if you're dealing with double crossers, you're gonna have to use her that quarter flat on the 3 receiver side. It's gonna be one of the ones that the AI is gonna dumb out on. But if you use her, you can kind of fix that problem. It's like the only weakness, like if you're dealing with people that just deal with slants, you know. I think other than that, like it. Cover 1 is a little tricky. You want it to kind of look in favor Palm. So what you're going to do with your robber is you might have to bracket number 1. You know, if he's isolated, you're going to bracket him because he's a threat. He's going to beat off press usually if it's a speed receiver. So definitely I did it a couple of times in there where I bracketed off onto the number 1 and played down to, you know, anything that crossed underneath. This dude doesn't even deserve to be ranked playing the way he does. How you going to average 20 but give up 22? Like, that's bad. Like, you're not good. I was about to run the score. I was about to put 50 on it, so. It's like every now and then I'll get a good game. Like, this dude was good. This dude wanted the clock. I forgot what the outcome was this. Fucking got blue screened. Had the DDA game. It's like you'll get on a nice little win. You'll have some good wins, like 51-14, blowout. This dude rage quit. Then I had a DDA game. I'm just gonna go right here. Dude rage quit because I was about to get the ball and he ain't had no timeouts. He rage quit because I went for 2. This was a good game until it wasn't. Then I got screwed in this game. I forgot what happened. I think this is the one where I got an interception with 1 foot inbounds. Got blue screened. Then they bounced back, and then I guess my opponent blue screened. Dominant win. See, I played this guy. The game helped a lot. Like, it was helping him. But I ended up sealing it. And then I came back and I played the same guy later, right? And that game right there just pissed me off because I had him beat. And then the game just kept letting him score for no reason. Like, he was getting, like, crazy-ass body clip picks and shit. I was like, what? But it is what it is. I tried to go for 2 to seal it. Didn't work. I think last possession. Just didn't happen for me in that game. I beat myself. Another blowout. Blowout, he quit. This was another DDA game. It's like I'll get on a nice little blowout. Like I'll have like 2 blowouts, and then they'll match me up with the bullshit game where it's like defense doesn't even exist anymore. It's like dudes just be catching everything. I got blue screen. Played the Cowboy user that wanted to play the clock. Beat him to the punch. Cardinal, same thing. He wanted to play clock. I beat him to the punch. And then the last 2 that we played. So it's a nice little win streak we got. I'm just anticipating that if I play another game, I'm going to get hit with the DDA. So I'm just going to go ahead and call it a night. I'm just going to kind of show you guys what I'm looking at. I got credible wins. It's just, you know how rigged it is, man. It's like, you go in there, you be doing stuff, you be working on stuff, you be trying to get better, and then you get face planted. You know, it's like, well, just kind of show you when you're going to be calling certain coverages. Let me see if anybody said anything in chat. Give me one sec. No messages yet. I'm just going to kind of show you, if I don't get blue screened, I'm going to show you some of the stuff when you're going to run your cover ones and when you're going to run your palms. Like, you can do it from any defense. Emphasis on matching personnel, okay? Because sometimes I think the Raiders defensive playbook, you can do it from 4-3 normal, nickel normal, wide 9, dime. Big nickel doesn't have the robber, so I mean it's a little risk. But I'm gonna kind of show you. We'll start off with the nickel because it's gonna be more of a base, and I'll show you guys how to run this. Okay, so we'll start with the robber. And we'll just kind of pick formations like what you're supposed to use against, right? So anytime you have the running back on one side, the tight end on the other is usually ideal for the matching for the zones. Now, if the running back and the tight end are on the same side, like Trey White flex, you know, let's say they both run short routes, you're going to be a little stressed on that side of the field as far as matching goes. So, let me just kind of give you an example. Just go random play here. This is a situation that I would use robber coverage. Generally, what I would do, your robber's supposed to isolate, okay? So he's going to be covering anything crossing over and to the outside. Now, what you're going to be doing here is I'm going to go ahead and slide my D-line over so that I have the inside gaps covered as far as run goes. Like, he might get a double team, but someone's going to get free, right? What I will do is, because this is a press coverage, I do need to make sure he's pressed. I will shade underneath, and then I will shade inside. Now, my user is going to be the help, okay? I'm going to play this guy, you pass commit. Now, I'm going to show you what shading inside, pressing, and getting underneath on that tight end, because if he runs any drag routes, that corner is going to be on him, okay? So you can come in here and help out on the runs with your robber, your safety. Just kind of show you your slide, shade underneath, just like that. And then just kind of sit right here, kind of dissect plays as they happen. Don't fall for play actions. And you can see you match up pretty well downfield for anything vertical, okay? So I'm just going to slow it down. Obviously, this is just a play action version. Everything's pretty matched off. Now, obviously, you'll need good man corners for this. Now just play underneath with the robber. I want him to kind of run the concepts just similar to the palms. No, let me see if I pick a play. where I would necessarily use it, because most people, they spam in this game anyway, right? So obviously, if the running back and the tight end are on the same side of the field, you will, suggestively, I would use a nickel with like a man line. So if I go cover one robber, I don't know necessarily. Let's see, like a dagger concept.
Now. 180. 180. We're good. We're good.
Right, so they're not necessarily going to match me up like the way I would prefer, but you want to get some clear out space so that your corner can get underneath. Okay. Now, our assignment on this robber is help as needed. Okay. So usually it's going to be the crosser and the dagger. That's going to be the only thing that threatens us here. So we got that. We got the crosser. Man coverage takes the flat. You always got to pay attention to which route is beating you.
180.
See, if I come out in a dime, I'm not gonna have a linebacker matched up with a receiver. So usually Trey White lets you do it from a dime, because you do not want to get beat. You know, and it'll force you away from being where you need to be. You know, so that's why I always try to have a heavy emphasis on matching personnel.
Now.
If I go dime, now I got a corner, one receiver, corner on receiver, corner on receiver, corner on tight end. Okay, and then one running back for the running back. So just slide your D line. You can go the single contain. Usually is pretty good, especially if they like to do the rollout. Then go ahead and press him. Shade left. I can move that linebacker over there because get him out of the way, clear some traffic. And shade underneath, you can pass commit. So now I shouldn't have to worry too much about getting beat with anything because everything's covered. So that's when you would run your cover one robber. Now, if people start doing motions, it's going to change. Or you're going to need to change. So, like, let's say they take the slot receiver from the other side, you need to get out of man coverage. Okay, kind of give you an example here, if I could. Like if you see one of those receivers from a Trey White flex getting motion to the other side, you need to go ahead and make sure Palms is in your audible. Okay, and that'll help you a little bit. You still have to understand, you still need to do your slides for, you know, matching up with the line so that you ain't getting stressed out anywhere. But if they start motioning, that's when you have your flexibility to audible. Do not stay in the same play when people do motions, because then you're going to be vulnerable to motion height, especially if you're in man coverage. People see you're in man press, what the first thing they're looking for, first thing I'm looking for is a motion height and catching a one-on-one situation where I have a man beater or something like that, you know, like a corner out from the slot or something like that. So if you see somebody motion, you just instantly just bail out with motion. You can opt with a man align or something so that they can't tell if you're in a specific coverage or something. You know, sell them the man coverage and then just make sure you have the man align on, and then just audible to the palms, and that will help you a little bit. What I would do, same thing with the man coverage, is do make sure that if you have a quarter flat on the field, that it is not close to the mid-read, because like I said, the mid-read's going to wall off 89. You don't want both of them bracketing 189 and then giving up something underneath where you're supposed to be. Okay, so you need to make sure that you do your slides and that you do kind of pay attention to everything that's going on the field. Now, another thing that I do like to do is when I'm dealing with these concepts where the ISO, even if he isn't necessarily a receiver, you want to make sure you do press them. You don't want to just give them free release off the line, because then they'll start getting you with out routes and stuff like that, or giving them free opportunities to come off and start doing cross routes for ease. So definitely just kind of pay attention to that. Likewise, the principles that are here are simple. In Palms coverage, you have to treat the running back as the number 2 and play it vertical. So if it doesn't go vertical, you're just going to plant with it and play trap. Okay. This receiver, this corner is supposed to be Meg on the tight end. Now, because of the formation, I don't think they necessarily have a formation that properly aligns with this. So what you could do is what I'll be trying to tell people is you can go ahead, just put him in man coverage, and then just go ahead and shade him to the left, right? So you can go ahead and do that so that he's taken care of if he runs any crossing routes or anything like that. And that way, that safety, he'll be able to bracket off or anything like that. So that is one thing, like when you are dealing with formations like this, it does get a little tricky because that's not a receiver, that is a slot tight end, and it's not necessarily going to give you the best matchup, but it's just something that you got to be kind of perplexed to defend. So now that it's covered, you can defend the running back with ease and don't have to worry about the dagger concept, drag killing you, and that safety can play his assignment, because usually that safety is going to follow the drag, because that's his responsibility, is to take care of the vertical on this side of the field. It's not necessarily saying, oh, I'm just going to play the quarter. It's playing whatever's vertical on this side of the field. And even though this tight end isn't going deep, he's the deeper route of the two. Okay? So that's why when you kind of look at it, he kind of freezes down a little bit. If you look at the safety, he comes down to play it before, trying to bracket off onto the next route. So just kind of be mindful of that. Previously, I was just dropping the safety down to kind of defend that route, but I think it's just easier if you just let the corner wall off on them, and then you should be able to just let your let that linebacker there take care of it. So let's do that. Do one more time. Make sure we got man align on, and make sure we slide him over here. So that's taken care of. So I can kind of freelance user with this guy. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put Moreau in man coverage. And go ahead and just press them and shade in. Okay. So now all I can do with this guy is I can cover anything deep to the side of the field, and the defense will be playing like it should be playing instead of kind of bugging out. Where, a lot of people try to find bugs. So now we got our man everywhere he goes, and everything plays like it should play. Okay, so it's just one of the things that you need to pay attention when running palms. You got to get used to it. Make sure that your man align is on. Make sure that you're. I'm going to tell you something about this quarter flat too. Okay, this quarter flat, he has to play the B gap. So you have whatever you're doing on the field, it has to clear a B gap. Okay, so you just kind of play with your slides or whatever. You crash down. Probably be the best. So if it's a run, that's your assignment. Play the B gap. There's the mid read plays the C gap. Just do it again. So that's going to be everything you're going to need to do, and then you can kind of freelance with the safety over here, or you can also play run support. Okay. If you don't see run support, everything's covered. People aren't going to get that route in fucking in regs. I'm telling you that right now. Let's see. Go ahead and man align it. If you're worried about that, like I said, you could press it if you have a good corner. Let's see, go ahead and bring him over there. That's the only thing. Now, what you could do is you could spotlight that route over there, that dig route. So, a little quick adjust on Edwards. You just spotlight him and kind of take that away if you feel like you're threatened by that or whatever.
That's it.
He's not really going to go anywhere. So that's pretty much the Palms logic with the cover one robber versus sets like this. And that's just if you're worried more or less. I don't know why he's getting inside. It's like whatever he does, he just gets that inside release. Let me see if I can change that. Like I said, you can still run it the same from the cover one. It's just easier to set up. It's already set up pretty much. Only difference is you have to re-put him in man so that you can move him inside, or you would have to use or remove him to get that shade. Now if we do it like this is the cover one, he's still going to cover it. It's going to be a little bit more aggressive. The palms kind of just protects you in certain aspects. I mean, logically, I would assume put him in man, press and then slide him. Like shade inside and underneath. Everything's boxed. Like I said, they're going to get that in regs, you know, depending on who your corner is over there. If you're worried about that, you can swap your corners if necessary. If you feel like that guy's getting beat, you can probably put your number one corner over there. Because obviously Hayward isn't a very good matchup with a tight end, to be honest. Man, he's like 5'10" or something like that. So you probably put like a bigger corner over there that's got more agility and jump or whatnot. Kind of keep up with him. You could probably go match by size or something like that, you know, or whatever. Doesn't matter. But it's just kind of just something that I'm working on, which you guys probably see me use a lot of. Kind of just let me know in the comments or something, you know, like you can kind of dig what I'm doing here. But other than that, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in and just kind of felt like I need to get that vibe off for you guys. All right? Appreciate you.